In the sleepy village of Blackwood, nestled in the rolling hills of rural England, the Hartley family was well respected and loved. Generations of Hartleys had called Blackwood House their home, a grand Victorian mansion that loomed over the village with an air of old-world charm. It was a place of warmth and tradition, where laughter echoed through the halls. That tranquility was shattered one cold November night. The village awoke to the horrific news that the Hartley family, grandfather Samuel, his daughter Elizabeth, her husband Thomas, and their two children, Emily and Peter, had been killed in an explosion that leveled Blackwood House. The blast had been so fierce that the house was reduced to rubble, and the investigation was a chaotic scramble. The authorities found no immediate clues, only the charred remnants of what had once been a home filled with love. Detectives scoured the wreckage, finding little more than the twisted wreckage of kitchen appliances and a few fragmented family mementos. The initial assumption was a gas leak, but that theory soon crumbled as investigators discovered inconsistencies. The gas line was intact and no faults were found in the appliances. The village mourned, but as weeks turned into months, whispers of the tragedy began to stir. Some spoke of strange occurrences, voices at night and eerie shadows around the ruins of Blackwood House. Rumours spread of a curse that had befallen the Hartleys, and the once beloved family became the subject of morbid fascination. Then came the twist. A year after the explosion, a new family, the Winslows, moved into the village and bought the plot where Blackwood House once stood. They were unaware of the tragedy that had occurred on their new property. As they began to renovate the site, strange things started happening. Lights flickered, cold spots appeared, and the Winslows found themselves feeling watched. One evening, during a particularly violent storm, the Winslows discovered a hidden cellar beneath the ruins. It had been concealed by the collapse and excavation. Inside, they found old family heirlooms, portraits, letters, and a small, intricately carved box. Inside the box was a diary belonging to Elizabeth Hartley. The diary revealed a chilling secret. Elizabeth had been aware of a dark secret within her family, an old feud that had been buried for generations. Her own father, Samuel, had been involved in a scandalous affair that led to a betrayal and a curse. Desperate to protect her family, Elizabeth had attempted to sever ties with the past. She wrote of a confrontation with a vengeful spirit and the lingering danger that still haunted Blackwood House. As the Winslows read the final entries, a powerful wind surged through the cellar, extinguishing their candles.
In the eerie darkness, they heard the whisper of a voice. We were betrayed. We were doomed.
In a sudden, terrifying realization, the Winslows understood that the explosion had not been an accident but a deliberate act. The spirit of the vengeful entity, the true cause of the explosion, had been seeking retribution for the wrongs committed long ago. The entity had chosen the Hartleys as the latest victims, ensuring that their end would be as dramatic and tragic as the betrayal it sought to avenge. As the storm raged outside, the Winslows fled the cellar, leaving behind the remnants of the Hartley family's hidden past. Blackwood House had been a silent witness to its own demise, a place where past sins had finally exacted their toll. The Winslows left the village, never to return, while Blackwood House remained a haunting reminder of a family's dark legacy and the spirits that lingered in the shadows of the past.